My student this past year, Deanna, gave me this earring and necklace set. I simply love it. I don't wear it often enough. Thanks, Deanna. She's a 4th grader on her way to 5th grade. I watched Seeking Sister Wives last night. Nick finished his date with the third likely partner, and when he took her home to his other 2 companions, and I say that because there isn't any proof yet that I've heard that he married even the first wife. The first lady married the second lady, and now they are encouraging this 3rd relationship. But guess what? That second one, who's very cute and resembles the first one, as I told you before, she seemed to be fighting back tears when he brought this 3rd lady into the house after their date. And he said to the ladies, I would like to talk to her. And he smacked each one of them on their lips. And the second one, again, was fighting back tears because they said, through what I considered fake smiles or uncomfortable smiles, that he is leaving to be intimate with her. So he simply just walked into another bedroom. Mind you, these 2 ladies, allegedly, from what they said, are paying all the bills. To each his own. Now, back to our couple that we remember last year, Garrick and Danielle. They have this 3rd partner named, I believe, Leah from California, who is a nurse. And they called Roberta last night from the Airbnb that they were staying in LA. And Garrett was sitting in the middle with the phone. And I noticed Danielle was quite thrilled, yes you were, Danielle, to slowly move that cell phone around until, bam, it hit Leah. And Roberta from Brazil, she looked right into her face. And all of a sudden, she couldn't understand the English when Leah said something like, so how are you doing? Now, it was obvious from the tears that Roberta was trying to hold back that she was jealous, as Danielle has repeatedly said. And because of it, Garrick did start crying, weeping as he does, and wiping his eyes. And Danielle and Leah made a quick exit. Now, I'm thinking not only did they leave, yes, so that he can have some privacy with Roberta, but because Danielle felt emotional herself from him crying yet again, like he did last season, about this woman. Honey, they need to just learn from Sister Wives and know that this does not work. And with this other couple, he's a nice looking man who happens to be white. His wife is Hispanic descent, and he's already had intimacy from meeting the prospects of the second wife, who is also Hispanic and younger. And I can tell that the first wife is not so happy with that. But the funny thing is, this first wife is really the second, because the first one left. The wife that he had, another, white lady, she left. She felt uncomfortable. I'm sure he was showing all these emotions for this beautiful Hispanic lady. And now, I'm sure she's feeling a certain way. And she admitted it. Because she's thinking, if he's all into this second lady that I'm welcoming with all my heart or trying to, then I feel left out, like she was left out sitting at that table while they walked out the restaurant to be with each other, to kiss and hug. Girl, So I can tell that she's feeling a certain way, even though she's thinner and to be more attractive, though she's older, because she too was younger than his previous wife that left. So teach his own. And if I can remember, I'll watch them again next Monday. Now, I caught Real Housewives of Atlanta. I missed it as we were returning from my kids' camp on Sunday, but I caught up with it yesterday and this morning. I guess I should mention that I didn't understand what Marlo was doing. She was trying to make Sheree feel better by inviting her to her house to pay for her own overpriced clothing. I would love to think that Sheree really did not pay $11,000 plus for some clothing that Marlo's designer, who happened to be there, picked up. And they might even be allegedly clothes and shoes and purses that Marlo didn't want and hadn't used, and wanted her money back and had Sheree to pay for them. I don't know. And then, so Marlo this show was about her, because then Sonya has an event where the girls can learn how to cook Jamaican food with her mother. And she herself says, being a track star, she herself has been too busy to learn how to cook all the delicacies of Jamaican food. And she invites them all. Of course, Drew too, whom she's picking on to make a name for herself, allegedly. So Marlo and Sheree, they leave the group because they realize that they were uninvited to an event that Sonya had, where Candy and Kenya, they dressed in Sonya's line of clothing. And I looked at it as, the youthful group, along with Drew. Those four ladies are younger, I believe, than Marlo and Sheree. And that's all it was. And Marlo shouldn't have been, taken aback by it or offended in some way. But, of course, she was. So she and Sheree, they exit the party at the Jamaican place. And of course, Marlo reads both Candy and Kenya. And maybe she should have been reading Sonya. The only thing she had to say regarding Sonya was that she didn't like the place where they were, that it really was Jamaica. Because, she had on these, they were some high heels. I wouldn't even think about wearing them. And they were going all inside the concrete on the rocks. She was overdressed for it. But what she had to say about Candy probably wasn't fair, simply because we respect Candy as being a businesswoman, and we don't know and care really what she has done in her past. She's married now, and has added to her family, and has a blended family, and she has done well with plays and music and television. So she's doing a great thing. She also read Kenya. And I still think it's, kind of unfair to pick on Kenya. Yes, Kenya cannot be so nice, and she may defend herself very well. She can be hardcore in her defending, just like Marlo. But, she's been through a lot and still going through a lot with her baby's daddy. And we know about her family background. So I enjoyed all of that. And I also wanted to add, ladies who are getting the fake butts, I've seen here in Arkansas with my own eyes 2 fake butts on these not so thin women, but definitely not heavy women, and it just didn't look right. Guys, your natural behind looks better any day. I don't know where they're going, but Kim Kardashian claims hers is real and natural. So if you didn't go where Khloe and Kim allegedly went, then it's probably best that you just keep your butt. I mean, even Gary with the T talked about somebody's behind bursting on a plane and leaking. So, ladies, just love what the Lord gave you, and you don't know what illnesses can come from this. And K. Michelle has tried to warn you guys with the issues that she had from her behind, but you don't listen. So, with that, I'm going to end this blog. It's very long, 10 minutes, probably the longest I've ever done. Guys, have a great day and an even better life. Remember to like and subscribe. Signing off, Teach Jackie. Peace. Bye-bye.